Welcome to today's video where we're going to be going over a half-diminished chord, what it is and how you can start to use it in your music. Now a half-diminished chord has another name. It is called a minor 7 flat 5 chord. And luckily for us, that chord name tells us how to build one. For a half-diminished chord, all you do is take a minor 7 chord. Here is a minor 7, and you flat the 5. If you are unsure of what the fifth of a chord is, you take a triad. It can be major or minor. Here is A minor. Our fifth is E. It's the furthest note away from our root. And we take that E and lower it to E flat. And then we build a seventh chord. So you can make it like that, or you can take a normal minor seventh chord and flat the fifth. Now we'll do a quick overview on some of the applications of this chord. In a minor key, it is the 2 chord and functions as a predominant chord. This means that it comes before a dominant chord in the progression and helps resolve to the tonic. We're going to be in the key of G minor. Again, the half diminished is the 2 chord in a minor key, so our 2 chord would be A half diminished. Then it would go to the 5 chord, which is D7, which resolves back to our tonic. Here's a progression so you can hear it in context. And in a major key, it functions as a dominant chord. So a half diminished in minor is predominant. In a major, it is dominant. This means it resolves directly to our tonic chord. We'll stay with G, except this time we'll be in the key of G major. That means our dominant is still D7, but instead of using a D7 chord to resolve back to G major, we can use a half diminished chord, but we need to find out which half diminished chord we need to use. And in a major key, the half diminished chord is built off the 7th scale degree. An easy way to find this, take your root note of the key, we are in G, and go down 1/2 step, and then build a half diminished chord. So our note G, go down a half step to F sharp, and then build a half diminished chord. We can use that chord as our dominant instead of using D7. Here's a progression example where I will use a D7 dominant chord the first time through, and then I'll use an F sharp half diminished chord the second time, and you can hear how they sound different. They both have their unique qualities. I find the half diminished is a little less aggressive than a dominant chord, which can be useful if you're writing maybe a more slower, emotional song and you don't want that aggressive bite of the dominant chord. You might want something a little more subtle. And that's it for today's video. It was just a quick overview. I wanted to talk about how you can start to play it and incorporate a half diminished into your own playing. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching.